morning. I'm Chip.
Hey, good morning. I'm Steve.
And I'm Cecil.
And this is
Chip's
Garage. Steve, you brought it, buddy.
I know.
I mean,
Hey, this is a good one.
they're all good.
They're all great.
Our cameraman, my son's going to like this.
I know. He might drive off it.
Yeah.
Hey, where'd he go?
This goes along with him. So
Cecil here just brought us a beautiful truck.
Yeah. Now, how do you know Cecil?
Through Gary, through the 32.
Okay, yeah, Gary.
Yep,
we just did his video, two videos
again.
Yeah. So,
and he told somebody, and it's just flaring up.
Yeah. Once again, this is what the channel's about. We don't profess to be experts.
Nope.
We're just trying to share and keep the car culture going and all this stuff. We were talking about it earlier, Cecil, about making sure the younger generations get involved, that we tell them about these things and we let them sit in them and we give them rides and we, do all that kind of stuff. We all have stories. That's how we got into it, right? How'd you get into it, Cecil?
I've been doing it as a kid, and in high school, worked in the mechanic shop, and from there, it was just a labor of love.
Yeah. Did you have a family member or anybody that was into it? Or?
I watched my dad.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So get them involved. Well,
I just want to say something. Sorry.
Yeah.
But this is our 51 episode and 2,500 people now, isn't it?
Subscribers. We have more people that watch.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, this is growing.
Yeah. It's awesome. Yeah. Tell your friends again. Let's keep this going. These cars and these trucks have to go somewhere when we're not here anymore. And people need to know how to handle them and work on them and enjoy them, right?
It'd be an expensive flower pot for front of your house, I mean,
it would. So, Cecil, come on, tell us. Start with the year, model.
Okay, well, it's a 1951 deluxe cab, 5-window. Chevrolet makes it. It's been a truck that's been around, different versions, but it's the project started back in 2004 when I bought it.
Yeah, 2004. Now, you said it's 3,100.
Yes,
which is a half ton.
That's
right.
correct.
Yeah. So this would have been like a farmer's truck or whatever back in the day or whatever.
A working truck, yes.
Working. Yeah, that's awesome. And you bought it in 2011 in California.
No, 2004.
2004.
Yes.
And it took you how long to build it?
So I started working on it in 2011. So it sat around for a few years.
Okay.
Yeah, had to build my my investment bank to work on it. So
now you bought it for how much?
$800.
Yeah. Now you got a picture, and if we can show this to the viewers, we got a picture of what it looked like.
Yeah, sure. This is unbelievable.
When he bought it.
Now anything could be done. Look at that. That is amazing what you have created. Amazing.
It was a blind canvas. That was a blind canvas when I look at that thing. And then, but the imagination started to grow, and so that's kind of where we ended up.
And you told us you hung around. I mean, you grew up in California, so the car scene's really big. And you had a lot of people.
A lot of influences.
Yeah, a lot of influences. Right.
Well, that's great. Now, what color is this?
Okay, so this is it's a Ford color from what I was told. I imitated the color scheme from a gentleman that was building a truck similar to this. But I like the color. And I contacted him through emails and texts, and he said it's an early 50s Ford color.
Wow,
okay,
early 50s. Okay. I love the gray, right? It's a gray.
It's like a beige gray.
Gray,
with the black and the chrome and the white is gorgeous. Just so clean. Now, we notice it's sitting down lower, right? So it's got what on it?
It's got, so it's a TCI frame rolling chassis with airbags, Ride Tech airbags, front and back. And it's got a 4-link rear suspension.
Oh, 4-link.
Yep.
Yeah, Ford 9-inch.
Ford 9-inch rear end. The transmission is a
700 R4.
700 R4.
Yeah, for the power, we have a ZZ4 crate GM motor from GM Performance.
Yeah,
and that's it's got 300, puts out 355 horses.
Yeah, roughly. But the torque is
410 foot-pounds of torque.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And when you put your foot into it, it goes pretty good.
That's right.
And you've got 355 gears in the back.
Yes.
Yep. That's a great combination with 700 R4.
Oh,
I mean, this truck will perform and cruise all day.
Yes.
We say it all the time. This is basically a bulletproof combination.
Right. Yes.
Right.
I mean, how many miles do you have on this truck, do you think?
Right now we have about 5,600.
Okay, great. Yeah. So now what year did you finish it? Because you said...
Yeah, I finished it. It was either 2018 or 2019. It was completely done.
Yeah. Now, did you do it all yourself? Did you have family members help?
When it comes to the mechanical things, yes, I did all the work myself, including the electrical. The two areas that I've contracted out were the paint and the upholstery. Okay. That was it.
But you said you taught yourself how to weld.
Oh, and also
you did a lot of welding.
That's right. Yeah, I skipped that part. Yeah, so there was a lot of wrought out parts, the floorboard, the toe board, the cowl behind the cab, and lower cab corners. So I was able to cut those out, re-weld them in. And
you did an awesome job. It's really nice.
Steve, why don't you just talk about that real quick, though, about you're a teacher and self-learning. I mean, it's good to get an education, right?
Sure.
But I was talking about this even with Gary earlier, too, is education only goes so far. Exactly. I mean, you need it, right? It's very important. But the experience, right? Talk about that for a minute.
There's a lot of students that would love to do this. But like me, I push my students to do something, and I tell them you can do it. Okay, go out and get a welder from Harbor Freight or somewhere and just start doing tack welds or start wrenching. Get a motor, start wrenching on it. YouTube is the best tool ever now.
Right.
But not the first YouTube video. Go about 4 or 5 of them, I tell my kids, just try it. Just try it. Just go and do it. Ask friends. Ask me. Ask people. And like we all did in the neighborhood, self-taught, And what it is a lot of people don't have the courage to do it or they don't have the confidence.
Right.
And I build my kids. And I tell people, you and I, we put confidence. Like today we'll say, hey, listen, this is great. Confidence builder for me when I go home from my Ford truck. Right. That's the big part.
Well, and this is what Cecil did. He just jumped into the welding. I know when I started, I just got an old plate and I just started welding, on the plate, just started playing and seeing what it would do and how to do it.
Now, see, in school, back in a one-room schoolhouse when I went, you had machine shop, wood shop. I took them all. Took auto and welding. Because I didn't like my AIM classes. I didn't like English.
Everybody, and I want to say this, everybody does not have to go to college. No. It's good to go to college. Don't take me wrong. Education is extremely important. But not everybody needs to be a businessman or whatever.
Rocket scientist.
I mean, well, quite frankly, people who do this now make a lot of money.
They make a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Yeah, you look at his shows. I think what is it? Bits and Rides or Can Dig It there. He's up about $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a car.
Oh yeah. And
that's a start.
Well, and we've talked about many times. It's easy to put $100,000 in a car, and if you're paying people to do it,
double plus.
So let's walk around. Let's tell us about the. Go ahead, Steve.
Now this would have 3100 right here.
That's correct.
Yeah. See, they would tell that right there. But I like it shaved. But he didn't shave the handles off. It still looks like a 51 Chevy truck.
It does.
And what we're talking, Cecil and I, what I liked about Chevy that was different than Ford. Ford was cheap. Henry Ford was a little bit on the cheap side. But Chevy put chrome inside, outside, around the windows, and they really put a little bit more thought into it and a little more luxury, I guess.
Yeah, if you look at this, you're absolutely right, Steve. Yeah. I love the mirror. Look at how far that mirror comes out. Yeah. How awkward it sort of looks, but now it looks cool. Right? Yeah. I mean, that's just a cool looking. It almost looks custom.
Yeah. Well, let's get under the hood. Let's see what the business.
Well, I like in there, Steve.
Okay,
I like working around. That's the big. That's the big.
Yeah, let's give them a surprise.
Now, Cecil, tell us what this is. A lot of older or younger viewers wouldn't know what that is.
That's a vent. There's a switch underneath the dash that you push it forward and it lifts up and it allows the air as you're driving down the road to circulate into the passenger compartment.
Yeah, so it's your free air conditioning.
There you go.
But it's mechanical, right?
Yes,
yeah, it's not electrical or anything. That's just push.
You brought a good point. I wanted to take mine out. I wanted to leave it up there and glue it in and all that. But with the air conditioning, how'd you get that? I have a big handle like this.
That's what I have.
Okay, but I had to look at yours. I just realized that when we start filming. I want to keep mine.
Well, I wanted to keep mine too, so I kept it.
I'm going to see what you did.
Those are cool. Yeah. Those are cool.
Does it leak?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Cool. Well, let's talk about the wheels.
Okay. The wheels, they're different offsets front and back. They're both, the fronts are 18s. I'm not too sure exactly the width of it, but they're from Detroit Steel. And that's a complete set that I picked up because they have a special package or kit.
Oh, cool.
That comes with these are they're P4s. I believe they're Toyo.
Okay.
And one of the really cool things is they can mill the sidewall to add the white wall. And that was
really?
That was quite an education for me because I thought they were just black wall, but no, they They milled the white wall ring in the side.
Wow, and that's a thin white wall.
Yes.
Where
I like that.
you can feel it.
Yeah,
I see. Okay, there's a lip right here.
Yep.
Yeah, and these are a takeoff sort of baby moons, but I mean, really, really cool.
They call them bullets. I call them bullets.
Yeah, bullet.
It's almost like the same size as a rally wheel, isn't it? The
pretty much. Yeah,
pretty much looks like a rally wheel. Yeah. But that's size. They're probably 8s, I would think. Huh?
Yeah, I would think. Yeah, that one would be 8. So the rears are 20-inch wheels, and
9 or 10 inch.
Yeah. I think they were 9 or 10 wide.
Yeah. But I just repeated. But the white wall is not too big. It's not too small. No. And that's what really looks nice on this truck.
It does.
Yes.
Yeah. A fat white wall wouldn't look good.
No.
So notice, and he said 5-window, and you can see, and these were really nice because they had safety problems, right? When this would have been metal,
right?
And so it would have been hard to see. So they added these in. Yeah. So plus, that's a cool look. That's almost like a little spaceship look to me. You know? I don't know.
Well, they got kits now that you can convert them.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Cool.
You can take the old back window out and convert to 5-window. Yeah.
Well, let's look inside now. Okay, now, show us though. Tell us about the door handles here. You
doesn't open. So the door handle is what I would call a dummy. I wanted to maintain the original look, so what I ended up doing, I went to door popper.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, if I can get it. Oh, wrong side. Oh, wrong side. There you go.
So you don't use the handle to open it. It's just for looks.
Yeah, they're just for looks.
Yeah, so you just have to push the button and push in on the door, and it clicks open.
Yes.
Very cool.
I like to see somebody.
Go ahead, tell us what you got going on.
So some of the add-on features that I added to the truck, I went with the bear claw type door openings. Installed those, had those cut out, the originals, and put it in the bear claw style. It's a better locking system. The old style, you go down the road, hit a bump, and they pop open. So we did that, and then I went with electric windows.
Oh, that is so sweet.
The switches are from, I believe it's Chicago Electric. They're little micro switches, 1/4-inch activation, and
it looks original.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, how about the steering column?
Steering column is sort of a generic brand from a parts house in California.
All right, but that's all aftermarket.
Yeah, it's all aftermarket.
And that's
tilt wheel. The digital gauges are from Dakota Digital.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you mind if I sit in it?
No, go ahead.
I want to show the viewers.
Tell us about the seat there, because that seat is so custom and cool looking.
The seat is from a company in Ontario, California called Glide Engineering, and they have the different styles of seats you can put in virtually any vehicle.
Yeah, they basically custom design them, right, for anything. Yeah.
That's correct.
Now, hey, wait a minute, Steve. I got, what is this? Here, let's show the viewers here. What is this? What is this?
Yeah, look at this.
Chip's Garage. I see what that is. Yeah. Chip's Garage. I didn't know what that was.
You wax your vehicle with it, you know? But I was going to show
Go ahead, Steve.
Chip and I are between 6'1", 6'2", and to get in this, how nice.
Don't get stuck now.
No. You remember Harry's car? Yeah, I know. Harry's car, I couldn't get in at the Factory 5.
No, you got in. You couldn't get out.
I couldn't get out. That's right. But I'm very comfortable in this. There's so much headroom. Right here, look at it. I'm very, very, very comfortable. Everything is just and tilt. He has tilt wheel, air, beautiful stereo. We talked about the stereo. Yeah, this is where the original, where they put the wiper up here, the switch up here.
Yeah. And just talk about the radio for a second, because that's and what's it called where you got it?
I believe it's
classic car stereos.
Classic stereos in Oceanside, California.
Yeah, so they make it look like the original radio. It fits into the radio spot, but it's all Bluetooth. That's everything.
Right. That was Bluetooth.
Come on in here and look at this. We were talking about you're talking about the chrome and everything I was talking about. It's beautiful what they did back then.
Yeah, these original strips are vented, so when you turn the defroster on, the air's coming up through there onto the window to give you a little bit of a better better view of what you're doing.
I was saying earlier, and I don't think you heard me, but if somebody ever tried breaking in, they'd have a hard problem trying to figure out how that door handle works. But in the original tag, remember we had another vehicle? We had original, this is really neat, the original tag on here. It says everything about the vehicle.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. I love the truck.
Absolutely. I wanted to point something out. I forgot, if we want to show the viewers up front here, is the split windshield.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. And of course, the chrome, like you were talking about, Steve, there, but it's not a one-piece windshield.
No, mine is for a 50 and Chip's is for a 49, huh?
Right.
One piece, yeah. So Ford and Chevy did some different things.
Yeah. But very cool look. Now, do you find that distracting or
no, it doesn't affect your view.
Yeah.
No. Not at all.
Yeah. Cool. And what type of headlights? LEDs?
Those are LEDs.
Yeah, we can look at
LEDs, which really bring it out really nice.
You get some really good vision at night.
Yeah. Look at this.
I always...
Look at this. All this. So beautiful.
I always love that front grille like that.
I know.
And these are your blinkers, right?
Yes.
Are they also running lights?
No, they're LED signal lights.
Okay. Gotcha. Now, you got the California tag. Just tell us about that. So, of course, you bought it in California, but...
Yeah, when I went to go register it, of course, the motor vehicles will give you their standard plate. But that's a custom plate. A gentleman in Las Vegas, I don't think he's doing it anymore, but he would punch those plates. Oh, you just send him your fee and tell him what you want, and there it comes. It's pretty much the same what they put out in 1951, the style.
Is there anything about the number? Or no?
Does that designate anything?
Well, the old number in California, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
okay, cool. Yeah, cool.
Wow.
Such a clean, beautiful. The way it wraps down, right?
I know. It's just gorgeous.
And I love the little windshield wipers. And again, these are the windshield wipers that go out.
Yes, yeah.
Now remember, mine is vacuum, and it would go like this. And then you step on it, they'd stop, and then you let off, and they'd go 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
No, the original were vacuum as well.
Yeah.
But you got electric motor.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, Newport, I think Newport Engineering Company in Orange County puts out that motor and assembly system.
Yeah. Now, you got the running boards, and this is called a step side.
Yes,
right?
That's
correct.
correct.
Do you want to tell us why they call it a step side?
Step sides were like for farmers where they could step on, throw their hay in,
yeah. So
stuff like that.
So you had the step right here, so you could go up in.
Yeah, and you could get in and out of it. It's easy and accessible. A fleet side, you can't do that. You know, how many times have you run up to a fleet side and rolled over it?
Yeah.
A fleet side, if nobody knows, it's just smooth. And there's no step.
Yeah, typically what you see most days is just a squared side all the way down. Well, let's come to the back here, and we'll talk about the bed real quick. Now, what kind of wood is this?
Yeah, that's an oak, stained like a mahogany color. I'm sorry, like an ebony color. I'm sorry, and then it has a polyurethane finish on it. Okay. The strips are stainless steel, so those won't rust.
These are nice.
Yeah. Now you did this yourself.
Yes,
this all yourself. And here's the fuel.
Yeah, we removed the fuel tank out from behind the seat and put a fuel cell underneath the back of the
much
rear.
Safer.
Lot safer, yeah.
Now, we're talking about self-taught. This is something you can do in a weekend in your garage. You get a small, inexpensive router, and, you can make templates up. You can get cheap wood, and you can do it yourself, and then you could get the real wood and do it. And you know what? Wood is very forgiving.
Yes.
Yeah. It's good.
This is something that you can actually do if you just put your mind to it. It's not hard to.
Yeah. Now you were telling us you had this done.
Yeah, we were trying to decide how we were going to label or handle the Chevrolet logo on the back of the tailgate, and I got the idea of pinstriping the outer alphabet letters.
Nice.
And so that's what we ended up with, and I like it.
It fits the truck perfectly. Just I don't know, the squareness of it sort of gives you an old look, but it's custom.
Yes. Yeah. Both ways you can look.
Now you were saying these are the original style.
Yeah, that's the style.
Taillights. Those are so cool.
Yeah, the tail light, brake light assembly, you can buy the aftermarket, which are now LED. They get better reflection at night.
Oh yeah. Much brighter.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
It's funny. I got a story. I always got a story.
Always got a story.
I was driving home one night. I think it was from a show, and a cop had his lights on behind me. Just his regular lights, not his round lights here. And I'm looking at him, and I'm just driving along in the old Mercury, and he pulls up beside me and says, "Hey, you don't have any tail lights?" I says, "Hey, they're not LED and they're 6-volt." And he looked at me for a second and goes, "Have a good night."
Yeah. Well, see, now a lot of the newer viewers or younger viewers don't know what you're talking about there. So tell them what that means.
Well, 6-volt is half of a 12-volt, and then you got half the brightness.
That's right.
And you could go like this right into it, and but people back then are used to the dim lights. Now you get behind a Cadillac Escalade and they'll blind you.
Oh yeah. Well, and it was a generator, not an alternator.
Yes,
correct?
It was generated. Yes, generator. Yeah.
So the higher the revs of the engine, the more power you got, and the less you've got. If you're just sort of cruising.
Idling really didn't give it any, charge. But you had to keep it getting a little. You know,
now,
so,
these bumpers always crack me up because if you look at the brackets and everything, I mean, it's beautiful the way it is, but I don't know how much of an impact that would really take.
Well, I don't know. These are original bumpers.
Yeah.
I just had them re-chromed, so they're strong. The aftermarket ones are a little weak.
Yeah.
But these ones hold up pretty well.
Well, I'm more concerned about, just the engineering or design of them, right?
It just take 5 miles an hour.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you got hit by somebody doing 20, man, I think that thing would crush you.
A little ripcord down here.
Yep. That's my drain for my air tank for the air suspension.
Oh, okay.
So
It builds up water. Condensation.
Yeah.
Well, we're running out of time here, but let's get up to the.
Now can we look under?
Now we can look.
Now
under
we
the
can look
hood.
under. I get excited. Everybody knows that.
Of course,
I get real excited.
All right, so tell us again, and you did earlier, but about the engine and what you got going on.
So, when I decided to repower, of course, because we all have budgets, I had the option of either the LS or a naturally air aspirated motor, and so I elected to go with the ZZ4 crate motor. Very affordable. I thought it was a nice power plant for what I was going to use it for, and it's an easy.
You have very limited room. If you look over here, we can show the viewers, but like your steering knuckle arms coming down, and you can see what they had to do to get it. And I'm sorry, what front end you said suspension?
It's the power rack and pinions from a T-Bird.
T-Bird. What year T-Bird?
I want to say about a 79.
Roughly.
Roughly.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And remember, it's a full frame vehicle. We did everything. Now you got shorty headers on it, which are these here. So shorty headers end really right just past what you see here. Right.
Perfect.
Where a long header will go down and then back towards the back, just for you younger viewers.
With the shorty, you have a little bit better chance to make a bend for your
absolutely.
Long has to really fit the frame and the vehicle.
Absolutely. Oh yeah. You cause yourself a lot of problems.
Right.
However, your performance is definitely better on the long.
But we're not
no doubt about it. No, and I mean you're not here to race people.
Yeah, no, I don't feel any restrictions, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Original radiator
style.
Yeah.
Original style. It's not a big bulky.
Yeah.
Is it aluminum?
No, it's a 4-core. It's a 4-core.
A 4-core. Okay.
And a electric fan. And he's got a full serpentine belt set up.
Single belt.
Right. And you can see the AC, but you called that a
pancake.
And to the viewers, you can take an early Chevy engine and go to the junkyard and get the later this whole setup. And put it
the drive assembly.
Yeah, drive assembly. About $100, $150. It's well worth it.
Now I noticed you got the painless wiring, so you redid it. And again, for the viewers that don't know, you can buy that whole setup for your vehicle.
Yeah, this one has, I think it's a 16 circuit, so they come in various, depending on how much electronics you're going to add to your vehicle.
Right. Now they always take a little work. People think, you just
plug it in.
Yeah, plug it. It never works like that. Just so you know.
10 minutes later, we go cruising.
You got to read the instructions.
What is this here?
Okay, so that's my little trick there. What happens is if your vehicle battery ever goes dead, and you have a vehicle access where it uses door poppers, you need to be able to jump it.
Negative, positive.
Yes. So I brought the leads up to the.
So these are. Can I take that up?
Pop it straight up.
Yeah. So these are terminals.
Negative plug.
And he can. Here's the positive. Here's the negative, and they can just hook the jumper cables to it and start the vehicle. Very cool.
I'll tell you what, I think we've covered a lot of it.
Yeah. Carbureted. I love it, man. You can drive this thing anywhere, right?
That's right. Get up on the freeway and do whatever you need to do.
Beautiful car, Cecil.
Thank you.
Truck.
Thank you.
Same thing. Well, we're running out of time, Steve.
Yes.
Once again, beautiful vehicle. I'm Chip.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Cecil.
And this is
Chip's Garage.